We've got just 4 weeks to finish our Star Wars Tatooine Lego MOC. Will we get it done in time? Guess you'll have to watch to find out. Hello, welcome to Lobricks. I am Leaky Trooper, and this is our weekly Lego Star Wars MOC series, where we are just finishing up the Tatooine MOC. We have 4 weeks to go before the finale, and we have that amount of time to finish the Tatooine MOC. Will we get it done in time? I don't know.
Well, we're waiting.
So this Tatooine series started way back in June of 2020. That's like 18 months ago. And at the beginning, our videos were pretty cringy. I think this might be vomit. I think people threw up on it. Not the previous Cantina set, but the previous Cantina set. Wow, those were pretty cringy. Wait, are we still cringy? Well, enough of that old video junk. This week, Assistant and I are going to have to work double time. What does that mean? We're going to have to divide and conquer and do 2 parts of the MOC at the same time. So we're going to start with Mos Eisley, where I work on the Dowager Queen. The base is a little clunky, a little blocky, so I'm going to clean all that up. And then the second part, Assistant is going to get back to work on Jabba's palace, because we got a lot of work to do on that.
Double time, let's go, move, move, move!
It's going to get messy, but we're out of time. We got a lot of work to do. So let's get started. First things first, as we're going to fix the base of this, make it a little less clunky and blocky, we have to remove the Dowager Queen. And Assistant isn't here right now, and I'm glad he's not, because this is always problematic at best, because if this thing falls apart, we're never getting it back together. Okay, so far so good. And I'm going to set this gently right over next to the Jawas. Okay, now I've got to go get my pieces, which are going to be flat panel pieces, so we can build this up. I want to get it to about the same height as the other one, so I'm going to leave one block in place just so we remember how high this thing is. All right, let me go get the pieces and we'll get to work. So I've sloped this side here. Now I want to do the same in the front. We don't want to have any of these large gaps like right here. We want it more to seem like it's sloping upward. So we have a little more work to do right here. Alright, I think we are ready to put the Dowager Queen back. Looking pretty good, looking nice and layered on the way up. So let's carefully put the Dowager Queen back in place. Ooh. Alright, now we just have to build up a little more blocks around the outside so it looks like it's buried a little bit. And then hopefully we'll be done. Okay, so there is the new base of the Dowager Queen. A lot more blended in with the surroundings than before. Getting a little closer here. It's still meant to look like it crash landed and is kind of stuck in the sand, but there's been some work to kind of clear it out. Ooh, we got a man down here. Man down! So according to some sources, the Dowager Queen is now a hotel. Although with the size of the minifigures, I don't know how many you could fit in there. So there is part one of our double duty, or double time in it, which is, we've got the base of the Dowager Queen done and blended into Tatooine. So let's move on to part two, an assistant with Jabba's Palace.
Alright guys, so Leaky fixed up the Dowager Queen, and now we're going to be doing some work on Jabba's Palace, because remember, we only have a few episodes left. But anyway, let's get into it. I did say last week that we would be doing that first, so we can start on more construction on Jabba's Palace, and that's really the first thing that we got to do to get this done here.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera a little bit. But anyway, I'll get that finished for you, and I'll come back when it's done. All right, there it is. It's done, and I started adding a little bit of greebling on top here, but we're going to get to that a little bit later, because right now, a lot of people have been asking two questions. One, where's Jabba's Palace? And two, is this going to get done before Hoth begins? If you don't know, we're starting a Hoth MOC. And to answer the first question, Jabba's Palace is here, and we're going to put it back on top just so there's no more confusion. And two, probably not. I don't know what we're going to do. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to finish, or I guess start. We're going to finish the path, but start building up here, if we can focus in on that. Start building up here, and then move along to here. Where we're going to begin is, we're actually going to begin down here. But anyway, we're going to start on the outer side of the path. We're going to begin over here, not over here, like I said. But anyway, let's get into this. And to show you guys a better angle of what I'm talking about right now, okay, normal looking path, the middle section we did the last episode. But when you get over here, you start to see it's floating a little bit. And I don't know if you guys remember Jabba's Palace from the movies as well as I do, but I don't think the path was floating. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe post a little picture in the comments or something. But I don't think it was supposed to be floating. So anyway, what we're going to be working on today is this guy right here. And if we just do some movie magic, it will actually be done rather quickly. So I'll show you guys that. You're not going to believe this. In a second, it's going to be done. Watch this. All right, there you go. A little bit of movie magic. I know it jumped a little bit there, but take a look. Looks pretty good. It's kind of flat and bland, but that's kind of how it has to be, unfortunately, because of how everything is constructed over here. But anyway, that's missed a piece. That's how it's going to look for kind of this path. So if you're looking from over behind the MOC, here is the slave one. If you're looking from over here, you can kind of get an idea what we're looking at over at Jabba's Palace. So the path is going to start running around up there, and Jabba's Palace is going to sit right there. In fact, I'm going to go get Jabba's Palace, and we're going to set it there so you guys can get a view of what this will look like once it's kind of complete. I know, actually, here I'm gonna, there we go. All right, I'm gonna grab Jabba's Palace and you guys can see what it looks like. All right, from a little further back, you can get to see what it's gonna look like. I think it looks bad to the bone. You know what I'm saying? You got that path wrapping up. It's gonna wrap up and then go back there and then back, and it's gonna wrap up to the front door there, and all this looks really nice. But of course, it is nowhere near completion. What we got to do, we got to of course build everything out around here, you know, like all of the tiling. You remember we had that big dark tan sort of looking thing around here. We got to have more compartmentalized ones, which I'll show you what that's going to look like in the future. But we got to build this path. So the path, we actually stopped right in there, and we got to build up this next. And I have the corner laid out, so that little area right there has got to be filled in. So I'm going to do that in a second, and I'll show you what that looks like. But in the future, the path is going to, here's the start of the path, wraps up and around, comes up, over, and into there. That makes any sense. And then, once this is all done, Jabba's palace is looking a little dark. There's nothing I can do about that. You can pick it up, take a look at all the Rancor pit, and then the mountain will go all the way through here, up to here. You got the glass backing, and then the mountain will pick up, back around, and it will all look like that. And it's going to be cool. But that's kind of where we're heading. And we're almost there. That's why the underside, there's a little jerky there. That's why the underside of Jabba's palace was so important, because it's where all the scenes are. Everything else is just kind of adding detail. But anyway, the hardest part is actually building around the path. So I'm going to get this little section right there, little nook and cranny done. And then in future episodes, we will get this part done, which is actually going to have to build up a little bit. So we're going to have to figure out how that's going to work. Not sure how it's going to work with here. I already got the mountain pieces kind of laid out. And it's got to move in a little bit. But anyway, let's work on building that up. All right, and just like that, it is done. It's a little bit hard to show because of big old girl right here. Back in episode 1, we added her. You should check that out. It's a little hard to show, but if you look down deep in there, you can see R2-D2 walking up, and it is finally complete. All the way through, the path is done. It goes all the way around, and it's done up to a certain point, and that is right here. Now, this enables us to complete in this section, which I will do soon, and all we really need to complete that is click in a mountain piece right there and kind of fix it up in the corner a little bit. And mountain corners are actually the hardest part to do. So that is definitely going to be tricky. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. We got a lot done, and finally, this path is done, complete. It looks really good. I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to move on to that little corner piece right in there, and then getting this whole section of mountain detailed up. Then once we do that, we can move to this section, and once that's built up and level here, that will enable us to move over here, finish around the corner up into there. That's going to be all one episode. It's going to be a big episode. And then, finally, we can finish off the top of Jabba's palace, and that hopefully will fit all in the timeline for Hoth. But to see that, you have to stay tuned on Lobricks. So don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss it. If you've already missed all of this, we built all this, we have episodes on everything. If you've already missed all of the building of Tatooine, check it out, because as you can see, there is some cool stuff all over the place. And if you want to just see little snippets, we do have mock spotlight videos. Right now we only have one, and that is on that beautiful girl right there, the Dowager Queen. So check that out too. But anyway, guys, that's it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Whew. All right, I'm a little less stressed. We got a lot of good work done today, and we still have 3 weeks to go before the finale is done. 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I think it's only 3 weeks. What am I just sitting here talking to you people? I got work to do. Anyways, thanks for watching this week. You can catch us here every Wednesday for the MOC series. Up until January 19th, we're going to be doing Tatooine. And then January 26th, we're starting our brand new massive Hoth MOC. So thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, hit notification if you want to see more stuff like this and see if we actually make it across the finish line or if we stumble at the 1-inch mark and fall flat on our face. Which either way, it'll be fun for you. So please like this video and think about becoming a member. The join button's right below. And you get all kinds of cool member benefits if you join, including some gifts and other cool stuff, personalized content. Again, thanks for watching. I am Leaky Trooper. I am out of here, and bye.